Afternoon Express. Now, we are celebrating all things spring, if you haven't already seen, and helping us whip up nothing but spring-inspired recipes are chefs Dumi and Jay. So this next recipe is something super exciting as well.
Super springy. It is like what the epitome of spring desserts.
You think so?
Are you ready to wobbly, wobbly, wobble, wobble, wobbly, wobble?
Ready for that. This looks so special. Now whip up this velvety smooth and delicious clover sip up Granadilla and rose Panna Cotta, which not only looks amazing but is equally delicious and also equally tart and sweet. That's what a Panna Cotta is all about. That balance of flavors.
That balance of flavor, but also like you're saying, we're going into the spring seasons. You want something cool to cool you down because the sun is out, the girls with the short skirts are out. You want to cool down, you know, and this is that dessert. That's what it does.
And I love this because you can take it out on a picnic, and because it's set up, it will sort of, be fine with any heat changes. So now that it's getting warmer, it's, better than maybe a milkshake or a smoothie.
I actually didn't realize that it doesn't melt. Show me how.
So what we're going to do is start with our gelatin. Now we're going to do what's called blooming the gelatin. So I'm going to sprinkle it over some water. Okay, and now blooming is just basically hydrating it and creating, making it all smooth, and that's perfect for not getting any granules in your panna cotta.
Dumi, you see what he did there?
What did he say?
It's bloom. Blooming. I saw you winking at me and I was like, oh.
It's called springtime, and it's a springtime recipe.
I mean.
So we're just going to bloom it in our water and let that sit for about 3 to 5 minutes. And then we're going to get on to the other process, which is basically heating up the cream. So this is basically what a panna cotta actually means. It originates from Italy, and the word panna cotta literally means cooked cream. So we're going to put it on a gentle heat with some sugar. Okay, now the important thing is not to boil it. Okay, for 2 reasons. Because once you add your gelatin in, if you boil it, it might affect the setting of it. And we're adding some rose essence in here. And again, if you boil the rose essence too much, you sort of lose that, fragrance in the panna cotta.
Got you.
Well, he's got the fun job of actually making the panna cotta. You and I, my dear friend, are just going to make them look pretty, make them look springy. I mean, it's that time of the year.
We've been on decorating season from the top of the show.
I mean.
So I think I'm well practiced here now when it comes to this decor vibes. And obviously, anything and everything goes.
Everything goes. And I think the one thing that people need to know the difference when it comes to this type of dessert compared to your creme caramels or your,
Creme brulee.
Creme brulee is that actually has eggs in it, whereas this one, we're not using any eggs in it. It literally is just, you use the gelatin to set the actual custard, the dessert itself. You don't need the eggs to set it in any way.
Essentially, it's just a thickened cream. Okay, and again, you don't have to use gelatin. If you're kosher or halal, you can use agar. You can also use gelatin sheets or leaves if you have that in your cupboard. So, you can interchange those with whatever's available to you. But it's important to get that gelatin in so that it sets up. My cream has just started to simmer, and I'm going to go in with about half a cup of our clover sip up. And we've chosen to use the Granadilla flavor, which goes well with the rose essence that we're going to add in. And you want to basically do this again on a very low heat. It might look like there's nothing happening, but I can assure you that the temperature's slowly starting to come up.
Yeah, I can definitely smell it. And what we normally say when we're talking about our sip-up, we say you want to get in on that action and take the lead, because clover sip-up, yes, it comes in those array of flavors and so forth. It's available in different kinds of flavors. But if you want to get in on the action, take the lead. You either shake it up, slurp it down. It's really up to you. But basically, just get in on that action. I mean, sip-up for me, the one thing I love is that it's a dairy snack. Like I said, available in different flavors. You can enjoy it as it is or infuse it into a delicious dessert like our panna cotta that we're making now.
You guys have lost me to the decorating station. I have disappeared. I forgot I was working for a second.
What's the whole point of this for you to actually remember how to make a panna cotta?
No, listen, this time I really paid attention. And do you know what I really appreciate as well about our masterclasses, Jay, is that you actually break down why we do the things that we do, why it's important not to boil the mixture that is on the pot. It's because of the gelatin. We always have to back it up with some logic. And that, for me, is what makes the knowledge stick in my brain.
Quick quiz. How many eggs do we put in the panna cotta?
Oh, gosh. We don't put any eggs.
Okay, so I'm going to go in with the gelatin.
I would have never forgiven myself had I got that wrong.
No, you're doing amazing, girl. You're doing amazing. So we've just gone in with our bloom gelatin, and then the last step is just to add our rose essence, okay? And then we're going to give that a stir until the gelatin dissolves. But remember, we bloomed it, so it's not going to take too long. And then we're going to decant it into some pretty glasses, and then into the fridge to set for about 2 to 3 hours overnight, if you can.
Wait, what are we choosing to?
Spring.
Spring and Heritage Month.
Can I also get in the action?
Come on. You pega. Anyway, Mzansi, if you want to get your hands on this delicious recipe, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. Keep cooking.
Granadilla, the rose water. Girl.
I'll go. Lawana music.
Oh, he's back.
Move way.
Clover Fresh Milk.
Made with love by Clover.